1 minute. You start give me the definition of Sutratma. What is Sutratma, and then what is the question?
The question is to explain Sutratma and Prachagatma. We have explained Sutratma.
Sutratma is the one who is there in subject and object.
In subject and object, yes.
Correct, no?
Yes.
And Sutratma, Pratyagatma difference, what is that? In Pratyagatma is with reference to the subject, sphere.
Pratyagatma is with respect to the subject, yes.
Right? Pratyagatma, the knower has the ignorance.
Yes.
Correct, no? In entire spiritual teaching, the ignorance of the knower is being being removed. Right?
Yes.
What is the ignorance of the knower? The knower, the whole spiritual teaching is jnana for the knower.
Correct.
He is not aware of himself, and he is not aware of the nature of the world.
Yes.
So it's a jnana only can be given to the knower. So Pratyagatma is the knower.
Okay.
Okay, now the knower's real nature is exposed in deep sleep.
Yes.
In deep sleep, he cannot see, he cannot hear, he cannot touch, he cannot feel, because mind and instrument is not there.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
So he has no instrument of knowing, he has no instrument of experiencing.
Correct.
Correct, no? But he is still a knower. He is a potential knower.
Correct.
In deep sleep, knower only exists. He may in potential state, his knower existence is the one who is there.
Yes.
It's a potential knower. See, for example, somebody goes to gym and weight lifts 500 kg weight. Now we are calling him as weightlifter. And in home, he has no 500 kg weight. He is still a weightlifter because his ability, not because he is lifting 500 kg.
Correct.
In that sense, Pratyagatma is a knower, even though he has no instrument of knowing in the deep sleep.
Right.
Are we clear?
Yes.
So now, knowledge cannot be given to Pratyagatma in the deep sleep.
Yes.
See, the Pratyagatma is nothing but real Atma only. But there's an ignorance superimposed on him. What is ignorance? He does not know anything. He does not know world. Who is superimposing ignorance? In the waking waker. The waker is superimposing the state of Pratyagatma. He says, I don't know anything in deep sleep. I'm Brahman, I don't know. So, in that sense, waker has the ignorance of the sleeper.
Yes.
Correct, no? So the waker, jnana has to come to the waker. The Pratyagatma is Brahman.
Correct.
Others from waker's point of view, Pratyagatma does not know who is he, means Atma, Brahman. He does not know about the world, Jagat Mithya. He doesn't know both. Right? Then waker has another problem. He does not know he is the Pratyagatma also.
Correct.
He does not know he is the Pratyagatma.
Yes.
Suddenly waking state, I am there, body is there. I have identified the body. I don't know I am Pratyagatma.
Correct.
Same Pratyagatma is there in the waking state also, I don't know.
Correct.
Are you clear?
Yes.
So now, there's a superimposition on the Pratyagatma in the deep sleep by the waker.
There's a superimposition of Pratyagatma.
Superimposition of the nature of Pratyagatma by the waker.
That is in the interpretation of waker.
Interpretation waker. Everything is happening because of wakers only, no? Right? Waker makes a comments about dream state without entering into dream state. Waker makes a comments about deep sleep without going to deep sleep also. Right? Waker has ignorance because waker will say dream is unreal, even though he is not there in that dream condition.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Who was there in both waking and dreaming and deep sleep is the Sakshi, the witness.
Correct.
Right? That Pratyegatma, the waker does not know I am the Pratyegatma in the waking state, appearing in the waking state also.
Correct.
That I don't know. So that's why first education for waker is that I am Pratyagatma. I am the Pratyegatma, and Pratyegatma is Brahman.
No. How does he come to know that?
Because the Vishwa Taijasa Pradna is name given to Atma only. It's not different entities.
No, let's go back one step backward for my struggle.
We'll not go to this thing. I'll say, so you are Brahman. First you have to understand you are Brahman. How I am Brahman? As Pratyegatma, I can accept more easily that I am Brahman because there's a peace, there's no other, right? So Pratyegatma state is more closer to Brahman that I can accept more easily compared to I am Brahman in the waking state.
Correct. But I have ignorance in Pratyegatma state.
No, I don't have
ignorance. Waker's thought.
We don't even know whether ignorance is there in Pratyegatma state or. There is a superimposition of ignorance of in the waking Pratyegatma in the deep sleep by the waker. That are all judgment by the waker.
Correct.
Correct now. So now.
But I need that knowledge in this waker state. How Pratyegatma is the knower. How the
Pratyegatma? No. Listen carefully. Right. So he is a potential knower in the dream state. Potential knower. Now in the waking state, there is a knower here. I am the waker knower now. Waking state is a knower. Correct now? It's the knower who identifies with the body and becomes doer.
Correct.
The problem is for the knower. Knower identifies with the body and says, I am the doer.
Yeah. Correct.
Knower identifies with the body and becomes enjoyer. Mind and becomes enjoyer. Bhoktaham.
Bhoktaham.
And knower identifies with knowledge and ignorance and says, I am Gnataham.
Correct.
Right?
Knowledge and ignorance, yes.
And Gnataham.
Correct.
Okay. Understand? Then that's the waking state, guys. State of the guy. I am the knower is there. Okay. And I become the doer and enjoyer because of ignorance.
Okay.
Are you clear? This is the knower in the waking state.
Correct.
Now, knower in the waking state is Pratyegatma or the Sakshi with the superimposition of everything else, body, mind, and intellect.
Yes.
Right? There is a superimposition. On what is being superimposed? The Sakshi or the Pratyegatma is being superimposed now.
Yeah, on the witness. Yeah.
Right? So now, I am Brahman or I am Sakshi in the deep sleep is much more closer to reality to me compared to I am Sakshi or Brahman in the waking state. Because waking state, I don't feel the peace.
How are we saying that? In the waking state, going back to that, see, when I am experiencing with the mind and mind is not there, therefore mind is the cause of experience. And when mind is not there, I am not the experiencer, knowledge is God.
Correct.
The same line, how do I take to the intellect?
Now the mind is there.
In
the waking state, mind is there.
Yes.
And the waking state, body is there.
Correct.
Correct now. The body and mind is getting superimposed on me and I have forgotten my nature as a Pratyegatma. That's the avarana.
Okay.
Right? So, my nature of Pratyegatma does not change from waking state, dream state to deep sleep state. Because knowership, doership, and enjoyership is not there on me in deep sleep.
So, knowership is not there in deep sleep. How I come to that conclusion?
I'll come to that. We'll come to that conclusion. Okay?
Okay.
First we accept that I am a knower in the potential condition in the waking state.
Yes.
In the actual condition, the dream, potential condition, the deep sleep state, actual condition, the waking state, and dream state also I am the knower. As a Vishwa and Pradna, I am the knower.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So knower without instrument in deep sleep, knower with the instrument in the waking state, in dream state.
Correct.
What difference has come? The mind has come and body has come in the waking state. After nothing else has happened.
Correct.
So has my state as a Pratyegatma changed in the waking state, dream state, deep sleep state is the question.
Correct.
Correct, no? So that the body and mind is getting superimposed on the waking state. Now, what is told? I am Atma Brahma. Myself is Brahman. Is
Correct.
told. It is Pratyekatma is Brahman. Is told. Correct? So Brahman means all that is there in the universe.
Correct.
Right? Yad bhutam etcha bhavishyati. Trikala atitam also. Correct? No? So whatever is you call as world, the nothing but Brahman. Variety of the world is nothing but Brahman only. That is being told.
Yes.
So that means what is being told? Pratyekatma is the knower.
No, I missed there.
No.
How we are concluding that?
Pratyekatma, what is his name? Prajna.
Prajna.
Prajna means knower.
No. From the words I can understand. How can we logically come to that?
No. Let us logically no. Sarvam etat Brahma. Everything is Brahman is told. Correct? No?
Yes.
And everything is Brahman is told. And Ayam Atma Brahman is told. Everything is Brahman means everything what is known is Brahman. That's what is told.
Yes.
Known is knower is being told as about Pratyekatma. Knower and known are one is being told.
Okay. Knower and the known is being one.
Knower and known is one is told with respect to Pratyekatma. Fortunately for us, that known is not there in deep sleep.
Okay.
Right? So knower and known, I am Atma Brahma means I am the knower, and world is Brahma, world is known. Knower and known is one as Brahman is being told.
Correct.
Correct, no? So now that equation is easy to understand in deep sleep because there's known is not there. Nothing is there.
Correct.
Right?
So
now in the waking state,
when you say knower is not there, there is no separate knower because known aspect not being there, knower aspect also is not coming.
Knower cannot function. In deep right, we are saying knower cannot function, but still is a knower. We are saying potential knower.
Correct.
Okay.
That's what known aspect not being there. The knower aspect also is not functioning.
Yeah, knower is a potential knower.
Potential knower, correct.
Right?
Yes.
Knower is a potential knower.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So now, knower is a potential knower. Right?
Yes.
So we have said a potential knower is same as Brahman. Beyond the Brahman is not, nothing is visible there.
Correct. So because only Brahman is there as everything. So we say even when there is nothing to know, whatever there is Brahman.
No. Nothing to know is there. Knower is there. Now, left hand side of the equation is knower and right hand side is known.
Correct.
Known is not there. There's no duality there.
Correct.
Duality is not there because instrument is not there. That's a different thing.
Correct.
Then what remains is Brahman only.
Yes.
Correct. No?
So knower equals Brahman. Okay.
Is there.
Yes.
In the waking state, the status is changed. The body, mind, and intellect got added.
Correct.
Now the question is body, mind, and intellect. Is it knower or known for you? And the world.
So the body, mind, and intellect. See, if body, mind, and intellect are the instruments,
is a known to you. It's an object.
Is the object not in the waker state?
No. If you discriminate the object, no. Are you able to feel the body? Yes, I am able to feel the body. Are you able to know? Use the discrimination.
Correct.
Separate the knower from the known.
Correct. So body, mind, body, mind is by discrimination because of the lack of intellect
also is discrimination. Knowledge and ignorance also discrimination. Knowledge and ignorance also is object. I know something. I know English is a knowledge. I don't know English is also knowledge, ignorance.
Okay. That way, okay. Body, mind, and intellect also are, yes.
Are the part of known.
Correct.
And everything known is Brahman.
Everything known is Brahman. Yes.
Okay. So now what is left? If you remove the knowledge and ignorance, as object, then what is remains is subject.
Okay. That is
That
Sakshi.
subject is Pratyekatma.
Okay. Oh, that subject is Pratyeka.
Correct.
Okay.
So your status has not changed. The body, mind, and intellect got superimposed on you. In deep sleep, it was not there. Now, when it got superimposed on you, what is there? Sarvam Hetas Brahma. All this is Brahman. When you say Het, Sarvam, which is everything including all known. All known is Brahman.
And Ayam Atma, Brahma is also, yeah. So,
right. So now, Pratyekatma is there in the waking state, Pratyekatma is there in dream state, Pratyekatma is deep sleep. That's called Sakshi.
Correct.
Okay. So now the Sakshi, if you remove the object as known, the object belongs to the world, doesn't belong to Sakshi.
Yes.
Correct now? Atma I already told you, are Pratyekatma. And we are speaking of the world. World is Sarvam Hetat Brahma. Means whatever is this is Brahman, which includes the body, mind, and thoughts and intellect, everything.
Correct.
So when that is become known, the known is Brahman, we have already defined.
Yes.
So the Pratyekatma in the waking state or Sakshi in the waking state is Brahman. So now here you are bringing an equation. Okay. In the deep sleep, it's easier to understand because there's no other.
Yes.
Here there's something other.
Yes.
The other is all that is there is body, mind, and intellect in the world, which is other.
Correct.
So that is a part of the universe, which is not Brahman.
Yes.
Okay. So then I'll simplify this. There's a split of knower, know, and knowledge. Knower, known, and knowing in the waking state.
Correct.
Knower, known, and knowing. Jnana, Jnatra, Jneya, Jnana. Correct?
Correct.
Now, knower, known, and knowing or knowledge in the waking state is a threefold split. It's called Triputi.
Correct.
Correct?
Yeah.
So now threefold split, right, is there.
Yeah.
The threefold split.
So known is removed in one case. Known, okay, the experience of knowing is removed in other case. Only knower remains in the
in deep sleep. Knower is there.
Yes.
Okay? Knower is there. Known is not there. Known is not there because there is no instrument of knowing.
Correct. Known is not there. Knowing is also not there because there is no instrument.
Correct, no? In the waking state, knower, knowing, and knowledge is known is coming. Not the Triputi is coming.
All three is coming. Yes.
Now, is there really Triputi? You look at that. Okay. The Triputi is not real because the knowing connects the knower and known. In knowing, there's no knower and known.
Okay.
In the experience, there's no object and subject. In the experience.
Yeah. So that is the experience. That is a logic we have given for Sutratma. But the question now is that experience itself not being there is already acknowledged. In the deep sleep state, when there is no experience and nothing to be known, how do I know knower is not there? How do
the knower is there? That Shruti says that knower is you. There is a Shruti Pramana, no?
That is no. Oh, then the knower becomes. So that means the Sakshi becomes the knower in
that Sakshi,
the deep sleep state, with no knowing and no.
The knower is conceptually for the waker guy, because waker is assuming. The waker says, in deep sleep I have ignorance.
Correct.
Right? The waker says, I am deep sleep, I have ignorance. I don't know who am I. I don't know what about the world.
Correct.
That means on the Sakshi, when the ignorance and knowledge is superimposed, he becomes the knower, no?
Correct.
Correct, no? That That knower is Pradna. Because ignorance is superimposed already. By whom? By the waker.
By the waker.
Are you clear?
Yes, but how? So the ignorance is there is known how? I mean, you're saying because.
Your ignorance. Waker's ignorance is being superposed.
Okay.
Right? So all the problems are with the waker, no? Sleeper has any problem?
No.
Whom are we addressing? Are we addressing sleeper or waker?
I'm actually addressing the sleeper.
No, you're not addressing sleeper. You are addressing only waker.
No, when there is ignorance is there only in the sleep.
No, yeah, that ignorance is only. Who says so? Sleeper says so.
That waker says.
Waker says. Sleeper doesn't say.
Yeah, but waker is putting this ignorance, associating this ignorance with the sleep state. Now the question is how. See, in the mind state, it was clear that there was no experience because mind is removed, right? But in the
no, yeah, that is actually mind is removed. We are telling from the waker perspective only. Sleeper does not change. Sleep is blissful, no.
Yeah, waker perspective only. The explanation is finally from the waker perspective.
Waker perspective. The sleeper.
Same logic. How do I apply in the deep sleep?
What? No, don't apply to deep sleep. That's what I'm trying to say. Understand the sleep from the waker point of view.
Okay.
Don't try to remove ignorance in the sleep state. Don't worry about that. Your misconception of sleep, you remove for the waker.
What? My misconception of the sleep?
Misconception of a sleeper, you understand and remove in the waker. That's all I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Right? So waker says sleeper is an ignorant person. Do you agree?
Yes.
Okay. From waker perspective, it's true. Correct?
Correct.
So from waker perspective, you say sleeper does not know about the world. Jagat Mithya, he doesn't know. Is it true?
Correct.
Now we ask the sleeper. The sleeper says this is real. That's all. There's not. I mean, if sleeper has to say something, there's nothing. I am alone there.
Correct.
Advaita, non-dual. So that guy Pratyagatma, knower and ignorance is superimposed by the waker on that guy. Pratyagatma.
Correct. Correct.
Okay. Who is the culprit? Not the sleeper. The waker is the culprit who is superimposing.
But then the Prajna, he says, actually, it is not just that he experiences just Ananda.
Correct, Appa. This experience of Ananda is Ananda book.
Ananda book.
It is told from the perspective of waker, no? Everything is discussion is happening with respect to waker only, no?
Correct.
Correct. Waker is trying to understand sleeper guy. So waker is saying Pradna is Ananda book. Okay, because waker can only say Pradna is temporary, he is experiencing Ananda and coming out. All explanations are happening with the waker's perspective. Because waker is not in sleep, waker doesn't have first-hand knowledge of what is happening in sleep.
Correct.
He has assumptions about sleep. Correct, no?
Yes, yes.
So now, how waker's assumption about sleep can be removed? Only through a pramana. Only valid means of knowledge.
Okay.
Right? There's no other way. Waker has no way of entering into sleep and say, I am the what's happening there.
So this is not by logic, but this is by pramana.
Pramana.
Whereas in the previous thing in the dream state, even the logic worked. But here it's only pramana.
Dream state is similar to waking state. Okay. Dream state, the guy who is able to understand that he's not there.
Okay. So this was the mistake. So I was trying to look for a.
No, it's not logic.
Logic is not okay.
Shastra pramana.
Shastra pramana.
You have to accept Shastra pramana because there's something which is beyond our intellect and mind.
Okay.
Now, Shastra pramana says the deep sleep guy is none other than Pradna. And Pradna is that deep sleep guy who is there, is Pratyagatma, he is Brahman.
Okay.
Right? So now we have to understand difference between Sakshi and Pradna. Sakshi and Pradna, are they same or different?
They are, it is the same.
No.
But there I don't know. Here I know that I am the Sakshi.
No.
In
No.
Pratyegatma, I don't know that I am Sakshi
You have
also.
to distinguish between Sakshi and Pradna.
How?
Sakshi appears as Pradna.
Correct.
Sakshi appears as Pradna. Pradna is not Sakshi. Like water appears as wave, but wave is not water. Or wave is water, but water is not wave.
Yes.
Understand?
So, yes.
Sakshi appears as Pradna because of superimposition of knowledge and ignorance on the Sakshi.
Because of superimposition of knowledge and ignorance on the Sakshi. Yes.
Sakshi. But who is superimposing?
Waker only.
Waker. He was not there. He is not there in the deep sleep.
Correct.
But he is making his own assumptions, judgment.
Okay.
Are you clear?
Yes, yes.
Now, Waker has no valid means of knowledge, pratyaksha or anumana, to understand sleep state.
Okay.
So, what is the means for him? For Waker, Shastra Pramana is the only means.
Okay. Okay.
So now, what you are saying, my dear Waker, Vishwa, Pratyegatma is in deep sleep.
Yes.
Okay. Who is called Pradna? He is called Pradna because of superimposition, not because he is Pradna.
Okay. But actually it is Sakshi, which is in all three.
It's Sakshi only, all the three. The
Okay.
Waker is superimposing knowledge and ignorance of that guy.
Correct.
Okay. So now if you remove the knowledge and ignorance, what is called? That guy is called Atma, Pratyegatma. It's called Pratyegatma.
Correct.
Now the knowledge and ignorance is superimposed by Waker. Deep sleep knowledge and ignorance is there, or also we don't know.
Correct.
Correct. Only Shastra Pramana is sufficient for me. It'll help us.
So
now
okay.
Waker is told, my dear, you are the same Pratyegatma, or you are the same Pradna who is there in waking state.
Okay.
You are the Pradna, not Sakshi. I'm not saying Sadhana. Pradna. Pradna is in the Pradna is the Vishwa.
Yes.
Because Pradna is with superimposition only. Knowledge and ignorance superimposed only.
Correct.
So knowledge and ignorance superimposition on the waking state also.
Correct.
In the deep sleep, from Waker point of view, Avarana is there, Vikshepa is not there, for Waker point of view.
Correct.
Correct, no? In the waking state, Avarana is there, Vikshepa is there for Waker.
Correct.
So now body, mind and world is appearing for the Waker.
Correct.
Correct, no? So now body, mind and world is all part of the world only. Sarvam Hetat
Correct.
Brahma.
Yes.
You cannot say separate body separate from the world.
Yes.
So now if it's a part of the world, that is called Brahman.
Correct.
And you are Pratyegatma. You are Pratyegatma in the waking state, or Pradna in the waking state.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm.
Pradna has become Vishwa in the waking state.
Correct.
What has got added to Pradna to Vishwa in the waking state? The world and body and mind and is got added.
Correct.
And that is
but now how Prajna is Sakshi, how do you remove intellect?
No, we'll come to that, right? So now
Okay.
Pradna is alone appearing as Vishwa.
Correct.
Pradna alone is appearing as Taijasa.
Correct. That is clear.
We are not even speaking of Sakshi now.
Correct.
We are speaking of
Right.
knower.
Yeah, we are talking of knower. Yes.
Okay. So knower we are not made into Sakshi now. We are not yet made.
Yes.
So knower has knowledge and ignorance in the waking state. Now apply Drashya Viveka. Fear seen logic.
Okay.
Seen can never be seen. Fear.
Correct.
Drishyam cannot be Drak.
Correct.
Correct, no? How Drishyam can be Drak? Never.
Correct. Yes.
Drishyam can be Drak. Only the knowing process. Knowing process, knower and known is both gone.
Yes.
Understand? In experience, subject and object are one.
Correct.
Right? Then when subject and object become one, what has happened to the subject? Object has loses objectivity.
Correct.
Subject loses subjectivity.
Okay. So that subject now, which is up to now Prajna, also loses its subjectivity. Okay. And then
is Sakshi.
Then that is Sakshi. Okay.
That Sakshi is Brahman.
Okay. Yeah. That's Sakshi. Yeah. Yeah. This step was what yeah, I wanted to contemplate how this to be explained. Okay.
Are you clear?
I'm clear. Yeah.
So in the knowing, knower and known are one.
Yes.
In knowing, knowledge and ignorance both are not there.
Yes.
Knowledge and ignorance is illuminated by knowing.
Yes.
It's an illuminating principle. It's a sakshi.
Correct.
The sakshi is Brahman.
Yes.
So the pratyekatma is Brahman. Now pratyekatma is superimposed knowledge and ignorance is called pradna.
Yes.
Okay. So knowledge and ignorance of pradna, knowledge and ignorance is removed, then intellect is removed. Intellect means that the what you call as Jnana and Adnana, both are nothing but superimposition of the sakshi.
Yes.
Pradna.
Yes.
So once in the knowing process, the knower and known is irrelevant because only knowing is there.
Okay.
In the knowing, which is light, which is sakshi, that is sakshi and Brahman, the distinction disappears.
Yes. Okay.
And one who pratyekatma, once you know that pratyekatma is Brahman because of this reason, the same pratyekatma whose same pradna whose ignorance is removed, he understands his pratyekatma, and pratyekatma is Brahman, then he is called Turiyatma.
No. Pratyagatma becomes Turiyatma or Sakshi becomes the Turiyatma? I'm not very...
Pratyekatma, we are distinguishing Pratyekatma from Pradna because Pratyekatma is superimposition of the knowledge and ignorance. He becomes a knower.
Okay.
So Pratyekatma is nothing but Sakshi.
Sakshi, yeah.
The superimposition is removed now.
Okay.
Now when superimposition is removed, that Sakshi or Pratyekatma is none other than Brahman.
Okay.
Now no longer we want to call him as a Sakshi. We want to call him as a Turiyatma because he has gone beyond knowledge, ignorance, everything.
Okay. But no, Turiyatma we call because he is the only one which is there in all three, which is acting
now
as...
there's no concept of knowledge in some shade, ignorance in some shade. That's no concept. No.
Oh, yes.
Yes, transcend all the three states. No.
Correct.
That's why it's called Turiyatma.
Okay. Now, another one is that now this Turiyatma, we know that he's the Sakshi or the Pratyagatma or Turiyatma. He is Brahman. That is only by Vakya or...
that is only by Veda Pramana.
Apta Vakya. Okay.
There's no way to verify.
No way to verify. Yes.
So, Shabda Pramana, if you accept it, you accept Vishwa is Pradna. Pradna is the superimposition. Drak Dasya Viveka apply. Then you accept I am Brahman.
Okay.
So, if you are able to accept I am Brahman convincingly and logically, using Shastra Pramana is base and logically you accept it, then it's called Aparokshadman.
Okay.
If you're not able to accept it, it's called Parokshadman.
Yeah, that's a big difference. That's a big difference. Yes.
Understand?
Yes.
If you are clear and convinced about Shastra Pramana and your logic, logic is applied over and above Shastra Pramana.
Yes.
Okay. Now, Shastra Pramana, you cannot go for a logical proof.
Yes.
One logical proof I can say in deep sleep also you existed, you have experienced this. That's why I can give some logical explanation. Okay. So Shastra also we can try to logically explain. In deep sleep you existed, deep sleep there's bliss, all those things I can explain.
Yeah, that we can explain until Sakshi, but Sakshi becoming Sakshi only is Brahman.
Only Shastra.
Only Shastra Pramana.
Only Shastra.
Yeah, because consciousness is in the drop is also the consciousness in the ocean.
Correct.
That's the, or water in the drop is also the water in the ocean.
Correct.
From that angle, yes. From that logic we can explain, but yes. Yes, Prabhuji. this is clear. So that mistakes was that this differentiation in logic had to be there from, okay. So the example cannot be in the same way for Sutratma and Pratyagatma. So that's
Sutratma, I have not analyzed. I don't know what is Sutratma Prakriya. I've heard of Sutratma, but I have not to go through the Prakriya properly. I don't know about that.
No, so the one that I've heard, I'll tell you, that was, let me know if it's right or wrong. If I am Atma, through the experience of this body, in my mind I'm experiencing, then this experience is coming because there's an external another object being the cause for that, which is also in Atma. So this Atma is producing the subject in me and an object in some other place. So in that way, Atma only is the connection between these two, and therefore it is Sutratma.
Okay.
So that's
okay.
In that example, we wanted to stretch it to Pratyagatma, but I mean, from logic, some logic like that, but that logic was what I was searching for.
Okay.
Okay, now I understand. This is yeah. Then the only yeah. Okay.
Where is the Sutratma? Which Upanishad comes?
This is not Upanishad. This is what I've heard. That's another question I had. Where this Sutratma and Pratyagatma, in which Upanishad they were?
Pratyagatma is with reference to Pratyagatma terminology is used as a Bhashya. Bhashyakara says Pratyagatma. Okay. To explain Vishwata is a Pradna, he is bringing Pratyagatma as a term.
Yeah, at least Pratyagatma, in all the Mandukya, they talk about Pratyagatma, but I don't know where Sutratma was.
No, Mandukya, they doesn't talk about Pratyagatma. The Pratyagatma is brought in by the Sutra, the Bhashyakara.
Bhashyakara.
Not Mandukya.
Even Sutratma, we have heard first only in Bhagavad Gita, no?
No, there is a Bhagavad Gita sloka, Sutre Manigana Iva. There is a sloka where Atma is there, like a Atma is there everywhere, like a thread in the bead, thread in the chain.
Yeah.
I don't know about the Sutratma Prakriya. I have to find out proper reference.
Yeah, we'll have to find out. Yeah.
Okay. Mandukya Karika question, Mandukya question is clear?
Yes, this is clear.
Anybody has any questions? Satyavati or Pratibha?
Clear, Guruji. Ayam.
Ayam. Pratibha?
I didn't understand.
So you have to listen from the beginning. You join in between, you have to listen from the beginning.
Both are not there.
Huh? What?
Oh, okay.
Okay. Shall you close?